Hey, so you're thinking about downsizing, but you're not sure if it's the right thing to do. Well, I'm going to give you some tips related to what the pros are and the cons of considering a downsize. Hey everyone, I'm John DeFreitas. I'm a local real estate agent in Southwest Mississauga. I love working with many different types of buyers and sellers, but especially empty nesters. I've worked with many empty nesters in the past, and I find that they have a lot to teach me along the way. I know I'm going to be entering that stage sometime soon, and it's an exciting stage. So as I work with them, I learn a lot. So I'm providing you some tips and advice on how to make that transition. So let's get into what the pros and cons are of considering your downsize. All right, so the first pro is the equity. Obviously, you probably gained a lot of equity if you're thinking about making a downsize. So especially if you lived in the Toronto area, that's huge equity. So you're able to pull out that equity. You can pull out that equity and use it for pretty much anything you want. You could invest in something, you could buy a new vehicle because it's been some time, or you can put that money inside for a rainy day. So the equity you've gained is a huge advantage and definitely a pro in a downsize. All right, the second pro for downsizing is location. You may have moved to the house that you're in currently because of different reasons. You're about to start a family, or you're going there for the best schools for your kids. Now your priorities are shifting. Now you maybe are looking for different amenities. You want it to be conveniently located to groceries or pharmacies if you have prescriptions that you pick up regularly. So the location is definitely a pro here. You can definitely add value back into your life by making a move that is more convenient to you in terms of location. The third advantage is the save of expenses. So now your expenses are going to go down. You've got a smaller footprint most likely to deal with. So now you don't need to worry about all those monthly expenses that you would have had with a much larger home. Again, you can take that money and you can save it and or put it back into something you love. All right, now let's talk about what some of the potential cons are of downsizing. All right, the first con of downsizing would be the move. Let's face it, moving is not fun at any stage in your life. So especially as you enter that stage where you're not as nimble as you used to be, it's much more difficult and quite a hassle. Sure, you can hire external moving companies. They're not overly cheap. You're going to get into the thousands of dollars, up to $4,000 and $5,000 easily for a move. So moving certainly is a hassle and it is a downsize. There are, though, excellent moving companies out there that if you're going to spend the money, you're going to want to have the right. All right, the second potential con of downsizing is your new neighbors. So you probably have lived in your home for many, many years for many reasons, but one of them is probably because you like the neighborhood and you enjoy the neighbors. Everyone is fine. You've probably grown up with them, right? So you feel comfortable. Yes, making a move, you might not know what you're getting into, so you definitely need to do your research on what the neighborhood looks like, and you definitely need to do your research on how the neighbors are. Now, working with a realtor, your realtor definitely should help you with those things, but obviously the neighbors and the neighborhood is another potential con if you're not careful. And the third con potentially of downsizing is, what do you do with all your stuff? Now you have all these things that fit into your larger family home and you enjoyed it for so many years, but now you've got a smaller place. So what are you gonna do with it? Now you have to purge. This can be a very difficult process, especially going through the process of dealing with some sentimental items. So I'm going to have some tips coming up in future videos on how to manage that, but that is certainly going to be a challenge on what to do with all that stuff and how to purge it, because you're not going to be able to take it all. So there you go. There are some tips and some pros and cons on making a decision on downsizing. And if you liked and enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to stay up to date with any new videos that I put out. And I do put out a video every single week. So I've really enjoyed making this video for you, and I can't wait to bring you the next one real soon. Take care, everyone.